And welcome back to another weekly Dallas Bear Talk. You guys caught me sneaking in the back. But I'm your host, Victor Santana, King of Queens. Got my man next to me, Drew.
What it do, baby boo?
You're wearing a hat backwards. It kind of threw me off for a second.
Is it better? Hold on.
Do I ever see you wear your hat backwards?
Yeah, all the time, man. Last week's show, maybe like the week before that.
You had your hat backwards?
Yeah.
No
Oh yeah.
shit.
Oh yeah.
Kind of fucked me up right now. The beer wrangler, by the way. Sorry, guys. I just got distracted. I don't know. I guess I don't know why I didn't think I never saw you with your hat backwards
I
before.
can be cool. I can be down with the hipsters.
You know, you can be
The
down.
hip kids.
And then the man, the myth, the legend, Ziggy.
What up, everybody?
Ah, man. So, it's been an interesting week. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Anything cool happened this week for you?
Yeah. I did not go to sleep last night. I watched a new YouTube page called Men at Arms. This shit is ridiculous.
Men at Arms.
It's a
New militia group you're about to
yes,
join?
it's a Confederate group. No.
Whoa.
No. It's a page as a YouTube page where they these forgers like they insert like comic books or anime, whatever it is. It's really weird fantasy swords that you see on like any media. They build it and they show you how they build it, and then they start cutting things. But at the end of it, and every episode is between 17, 30 minutes long, depending on how intricate the thing is.
Yeah.
But they go step by step on how they build the sword.
They had a I don't know if I think it was on PBS maybe, but they had something similar where they showed like the whole process of like these people that were like really into making like old school swords, and he would go and recreate the swords basically the same kind of material that they would use back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's pretty interesting. I like watching those kind of videos on like Facebook or wherever it pops up. But yeah, man, there's pretty gnarly ones. And there's this one. This guy, he'll take people's like ideas and he'll go and like craft them the same way, like make super crazy ones, blades and stuff.
I think my favorite episode I saw last night from these people is the Chronicles of Riddick. You know those little knife ones?
Yeah.
What they did was they did something called where they took layered, different type of layered steel, then twisted it. And then once they twisted it the way they wanted, they took all those twisted pieces and twisted that twist together and made this weird, intricate phase into the metal when they cut into it. It's pretty badass.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Thank you, Men at Arms. We have a really good discussion because of that. Thank you, sir.
Keep making those steel blades, Damascus steel blades.
If you
Yeah,
look-
but how's Cloud Sword from Final Fantasy VII?
Oh,
they made it.
I was gonna say, I think we're watching the same thing. I think I have seen but it was on like Discovery or something like that.
Maybe they were originally on Discovery because it's called Reforge, and I don't know much about it. I just started watching last night, so I don't know if they had another. I thought they had another YouTube page, but maybe they did something on another, like maybe on TV, and they're doing their own thing now. Because they're from, I think, Virginia, some shit like that.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Inevitably, they're white.
All white.
Yeah, of course.
unfortunately.
Yeah, but
Unfortunately.
I think he has like his own little backyard, like little shop that he does his stuff in.
Yeah,
and
it's a
people
group
come
of
bring
them.
him ideas and like for stuff they want, like specific blades made, and he'll like map it out and then go for it.
And when you get a second, can you pull that YouTube page up? And then the Chronicles of Riddick blade is the one I like the most. If you could just find like their still image of that one for them, it's really badass.
I'm more of a Chronicles of Narnia kind of guy.
I mean, they don't have badass swords. I'm sorry. But they made a lot, like any fantasy sword you can think of, they made it a lot of them.
I'm sure.
It's pretty badass. They made the Keyblade from
Kingdom Hearts.
Final Fantasy, Gunblade, Cloud Strife's big sword, a lot of traditional Japanese swords, historical ones. And they did a lot of funny stuff like that. And it's
pretty interesting. It'd be a fun little job.
it looks fun watching on YouTube.
But
I don't think
it's very intensive.
I don't think it'd be fun doing it.
It's a lot of like pouring molten ore and then like pounding it out and then grinding it down and shaping
And being
it.
hot all the time.
Yeah. No, I already have that problem, so you know.
The guy made they were using titanium steel, and the guy was like, "I forgot how much this sucks to use titanium steel
Because it's so hard to work with.
It's just really tough to work with it, and they were just burning through all their materials like for the sword. It's like, all right, you do what you gotta do."
Well, this discussion brings me to my question of the week that kind of popped up in my mind. So Ziggy, Victor, end of the world scenario comes down, right? Apocalypse. Oh, there it is.
Oh my, yeah, that's when they finished
It's
it up.
crazy.
Yeah,
The whole curve to it too.
Yeah, that's when they're putting the handle on it.
yeah, that's pretty badass. And then see how that has the metal looks weird, is warped.
Has those little lines to it.
That's when they twisted the metals on it together, and they were twisting and twisting. So that's a pattern. It's not distortion. That's how they meant to be. So when they finish shining at the end, it's super bright. The wood is super dark, and that just really, really weird, beautiful color to it. And I kind of want it, but I'm pretty sure it's out of my price range.
Did he sell it or did he?
I don't know, but I want that one.
I feel like he wakes up in the morning, he shaves with it. Like that looks something like a shave.
They
with.
might. There's at the end they start cutting with it, right? And they like stabbing things. There's one guy who like dressed up as the Riddick. He ended up stabbing like the soda thing, and he was millimeters from stabbing his own hand.
Oh my god!
And I kind of wanted him to stab his own hand,
Yeah.
just to be like, oh,
Idiot.
I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. Wow, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
So end of the world scenario.
End of the world scenario. Okay. You guys, I mean, you guys are probably familiar with like doomsday preppers and all
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. You know, all the craziness kind of comes. But if you were in that sort of scenario, the world was ending, be it from zombies or just whatever, the world's ending, kind of thing. What kind of weapon would you guys choose to defend
Depends
yourself?
if it's just like power outage and we don't know what's going on,
Mhm.
and I'm in like an instinct thing. Gun, of course.
Okay, zombies.
Zombies. I'm always gonna keep my bat and my knives with me.
Mhm.
Just bat and knives.
Yeah.
No
That's
more,
it?
no less.
Okay.
Is the zombie? Is it like a 28 days later zombie where it's like spread through a virus, or is it just like more voodoo zombie of like
Or you
when
mean, like,
you die you become a zombie?
Yeah, let's do
Like fast-paced, strong zombies or slow-paced, like
Oh, not even the speed. It's just like how you become a zombie.
let's
like,
do it by like bite. If you get bitten, you become a zombie. Because the
Virus?
whole stuff with the virus. I mean, but like airborne virus and stuff is different because depending on what kind of weapon you would use. I guess,
right, or
where
like
you're
if you
going.
get like a drop of blood in your mouth, like at 28 days later, he gets a drop of blood in his eye. So like you would want to keep your distance as much as possible. So like in a zombie scenario, I would probably, I don't know, like hunting rifle or something like that. Like you always want to try to keep as much different distance between you and the danger as possible. But like in a Mad Max scenario, that becomes less and less realistic because you're slowly, like the amount of ammo dwindles, things like that. So you want something that is, tried and true. So probably like a crowbar or a machete or something like that. Like machete, I'm a proponent of the machete in general. It's a great tool.
It really is, yeah. I have
Just-
a machete at the house. I was using it yesterday actually to cut down like some stuff at the crib. Yeah. Sorry, kittens. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, no, I think if I was gonna pick one,
Wait, your children?
no.
kids.
Sorry, kids. No, I think so that mine was gonna be machete probably, just because if you're thinking about like end of the world scenario, it's gonna be hard to get ammo, or people have already like rushed like the areas where the ammo would be. It's hard to keep up with all that. So I think something like strong, like a machete, would work because then you don't have to worry about it. But you lose like a distance kind of thing with it.
Well, reason I pick like a bat and knife kind of scenario kind of thing is because Mythbusters did a episode on this. Like, what's more efficient in like a Walking Dead
Scenario.
zombie apocalypse scenario, and you're being swarmed by a bunch of zombies, and gun it's initially beneficial, but once they're on top of you, you have nothing.
Yeah, especially if you reload.
And you have less like ammunition, where a knife is all based on your endurance, and they show you could kill way more zombies with your knife than you can with a gun.
Oh yeah.
In the Walking Dead zombies, where like the reanimation ones, you know. Now maybe the 28 day later one, all that's bad. The guns are too close or anything, all that's gonna be bad. But that one, that's why I picked that. Like that's my scenario. Just get my knife, make sure I make it down to my first priority is trying to make it down to my parents.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Very nice.
As far as the rest of it, food and hunting, I'm not good. I can't hunt. Not good at it.
that we know of. You haven't tried it.
I haven't. I never farmed.
Yeah.
I'm often don't have a lot of food at the house, so
He's like, I'm taking over McDonald's. I'm manning the fryers, and I'm
it's mine.
anything that comes in is getting a bat to the face.
That's it.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Very nice. Well, we are a beer show. We do try beers from time to time. We have a couple of beers on the show today. So we got two. I don't know who wants to go with what.
Let's go with the. I don't know. What are they?
So we've got the Buffalo Bayou. This is the pecan pie. And this bad boy is Yeah, there you go. It's a wee heavy. So it's a Scotch ale. So it's got pecans and cinnamon. We also have, on the other hand, the 9-volt from a brewery close by from here, Pegasus City Brewery. So
Pegasus.
It's a Belgian triple, 9.1 ABV.
My favorite.
You tried some triples the other day with, or no, those are saisons. Never mind.
No saisons, but they did have a Belgian triple.
Yeah.
In the beginning when we first tried it, we were drinking with them.
Yeah.
Talking about Oak Highlands, big ups to Oak Highlands.
Big ups to Oak Highlands.
We will get in contact with you about those media passes for that barbecue. I ain't forget about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh, also, before we try this beer, big ups to Courtney for last week coming through, and then she has Taps and Caps thing, made a 4th be with you. I will be there. Drew will try to be there, the one in Fort Worth. He has family engagement.
Oh, it's tomorrow. No, I'm thinking Saturday, bro. I'm thinking today's Friday. No, sorry. Today's Thursdays. We do our show on Thursdays. So Friday, we're going to see you guys out there at Taps and Caps for the 4th.
Oh, I thought it was weird. I was like, KTN on Friday? All right, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
You know.
Right, everybody going to be at work, but I mean, they want to start it early.
Got to do what you got to do. Mexicans, they don't play like that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they
You
don't
gotta,
keep it serious.
you got to do your quince on Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, it's true. Oh, I didn't think about that. That is.
There's a lot of things going on.
That's pretty cliche. Even though they're Mexican, I don't think they get away with that. I need to call them out on that.
Nah, you get away with that. Let's go with the triple, man. Let's go. We'll start with the local. We're gonna do the Pegasus. We're gonna always represent local first,
And then end with what would seem to be more of a dessert beer. So I think
Exactly.
that works well.
True.
Oh no! So I want to talk about that here a little bit, but
Yeah.
let's get back
So-
to this Pegasus.
So
Yeah, as
again,
we
we're-
try this, let me read their description here.
Ooh, look at that logo.
Yeah, that's the 9-volt triples logo. It's 9.1 ABV. It's an IBU of 35. This deceptively easy-to-drink triple is drier and less sweet, with an extremely clean finish. Light-bodied, with a hint of citrus and spice aromas, it pairs well with pasta, swing dancing, and Sam Lau.
Swing dancing. I want to see some swing dancing, motherfuckers. With this.
It's like, whoa, this triple's making me swing. So did you guys get to try it?
Yeah, I tried it.
Ziggy's tried it. You tried it. Upon first sippage, when I first tasted this, what it really reminded me of almost was like a dry champagne. But then you get that triple kind of like wheat flavor on the back end.
That's interesting.
That's not
That's interesting.
That's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about it because I initially took the sip of it. I'm like, I like the dryness to it. I was like, oh, that tastes good. But then it finishes like a triple. I'm like,
Yeah. It has that kind of wheat sort of spiciness at the end.
it's not bad whatsoever. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of triples, but I am on the fence about it. It's complex about it, but it's good though. It's good.
Yeah, it's definitely, like it says, easy drinking because you wouldn't take a drink of this and really think 9.1.
No, not at all.
So, excuse me, on that aspect, it's this is pretty drinkable for sure. I personally like triples. I liked them a lot more when I first started drinking craft beer, I think. And I've kind of grown to, I've kind of cycled through and I've had a fair share of triples, but this probably isn't my favorite triple, but it is definitely easy to drink and it's got its own nice little flavor profile.
Yeah, it's not like any triple I've ever drank before, so that's why I want to give a compliment to Pegasus. Is that it's not like any triple I've ever tried so far, and it's making me like think about it. It makes me want to drink more, just to taste more about it. To try to figure out how I feel about it. But it's really clean up front, and it finishes off not too bad. It still has that triple, the Belgium finish to it, but it's not bad whatsoever.
Yeah, it's tasty.
I like the bottle. I like the logo.
Yeah,
the
the
logo
logo's-
was clean as shit.
The logo's dope.
It's crisp. It's a very I would drink this as a summer beer. I like it.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh yeah.
It's got a lot of sweetness to it. That's kind of the undertones of sweetness.
Like it kind of finishes out a little bit on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it's definitely pretty dry. I get a lot of like I said, like kind of a champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Which one am I looking at? This one.
Yeah, that's not a bad comparison. I think that it's got the sweetness of the champagne, the dry crispness to it, but it is the back end where it starts to drink a little more like a beer. But it's very good. I really enjoy this one.
I would say they could market it as Pegasus City Brewing, 9-volt, campaign with the champagne. Let me do the damn thing.
Great beer, man. Great selection. I love the big. This is my first. I think it's my first or second Pegasus. I can't remember anything I really tried from Pegasus.
It's my first one, yeah. And I've been meaning to bring some on, but I was passing by and I was like, you know what? I've seen this bottle multiple times. I'm like, fuck it,
Get
get it. Try it.
Good pick, man. Great pick.
Yeah,
Like
good.
I said, great first beer from Pegasus. Like I said, I can't remember having one, so I want to say this is my first beer. And for it being my first beer from them, it was fucking phenomenal. It's a great beer. As far as rating wise, I put it as a extremely crushable beer. It's extremely crushable. It's delicious. It makes you want to drink more, and could be a pool beer, could be a barbecue beer. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit this one at a poolside beer. Definitely see myself sipping this, hanging out at the pool. It's nice and light. Kind of goes with that summer vibe where it's like, if it's hot outside, this is something that'll kind of be refreshing and crisp. So I'm gonna give this a poolside beer for sure. But yeah, really good, real good.
I think that this is a really good summer beer. I could crush this, but I don't know if I would like this when it's colder out because it is kind of light,
Yeah,
a little dry,
not as heavy bodied as
so it just doesn't it doesn't warm you up as much. But it's got a really good alcohol content to it. It's not going to sit heavy with you.
Yeah.
So like you could go immediately swimming after you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a good
So I
point.
think
It's a
that's
good point.
yeah.
Like float the river with this.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
bubbler. That's
Look,
it.
he's got a little spot right here. You could totally like thread some like yarn through there, and then just
Hang it around your
hang it
neck
around.
as you're kayaking down a river.
I was gonna say float it next to you in the inner tube, but that would work too.
That would work too. So big all around, great artwork, great beer. Pegasus, we need to get in contact with you, and we will definitely. And then before we move on to the next thing, I do want to give a big shout out to my friend Corey Washington. Out of nowhere, proposed to his girlfriend.
C-Dub,
and they're getting married.
C-Dub doing it right.
What the fuck?
I told you I broke Corey. We talked about him
All the time.
all the time on the show.
Dun, 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 dun,
So,
dun,
congratulations,
dun,
Corey.
dun.
Big up to him, man. It blew me by surprise. I'm trying to meet up with him this weekend so we can celebrate. I want to take him out and grab some drinks.
To the
Grab a
strip
9
club.
volt, take him out.
You know what? I would if he was that type of person. He does not like being in those places. Not that
which
he's
places?
opposed to it. It's not the one you think of. It's my boy Corey Washington, the ex-boxer, the ex-professional boxer.
No, I know. We were the one we were
Oh.
joking about last time. But
Yeah,
I'm saying,
yeah.
we're taking where? Where's he not down with going?
Strip
Strip
clubs.
club.
Oh, get a little 9 volt in him.
Yeah, 9 volt.
And be ready to go.
Yeah,
He'll be
That's
charged
cool.
up.
How long have they been dating for?
like a year and a half.
Oh shit! All right.
But they've known each other for a minute. But I'm just like, I mean, like I said, unfortunately for me, I've been busy and he's been busy and lives in Fort Worth, and we haven't really been.
I like him already. That's a good guy. He lives in Fort Worth. Man, that's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good people's man. He just one of my really good friends. I just haven't fucking had time to talk to him. And it's fucking I get hear it through Facebook. I'm like, bro, you ain't gonna let him motherfucker know?
You didn't want me to be there in the bushes taking pictures, you know?
Snap.
Candid shots?
Snap.
Candid shots when he's proposing to her. Not creeping like that's weird.
Oh, okay.
Or creepy. We get to keep it either way. Options open.
Either way results in some candid photos. You know?
Yeah.
Invited or uninvited. You know, you're still there.
It's a video of him proposing, but it's just a close up of her breasts. Like if Victor was taking it.
Oh man.
I don't think we would be
No,
friends.
Victor would have been
The other way.
the other way around, more the lower. But yeah, congrats to him.
Big ups to Corey. Love you, bro. I wish you guys the best moving forward, and it's gonna be exciting. So, I just want to give that quick shout out. One of the good friends of mine's. Anyway,
Anyways.
stop talking about comic books. Drew has a very badass shirt on.
Oh, this whole thing here?
Yeah.
Some of you guys may have noticed that we are
Absolutely.
rocking the new Dallas Beer Talk logo, hashtag talking under the influence.
Shirts.
These will be coming to a store near you fairly soon. These soft as fuck shirts are hand embroidered with fair trade embroidery. Yeah.
We
but-
gave away some really good expensive beers for these shirts.
Alcohol resistant fabric.
Yes.
Yes.
Very important. It
Vodka
it
resistant.
wicks away the booze.
It'll wick away the booze faster than we can drink it. So
Make you sober in a pinch.
that's right. So, but no, these are our new logo that we've been working on for a minute, and
Yeah.
we unveiled recently, a couple weeks back. But yeah, this is our new shirts, and if people like them, we'll start coming out some more and get some more gear coming out.
Stain resistant, vomit resistant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. shark resistant. We also have our mugs, as people have seen before.
Both ends of
You
it.
know, boom, boom, boom. So-
Eventually, we're gonna have koozies with my face on them,
yes, the Ziggy
Just-
koozies,
Ziggy koozies.
the Zoozies. I think
The
is what we're calling
Zoozies.
so
them.
that you can
Hey.
just stab me in the head anytime you want to.
Yeah, we're working on this. Any ideas, any helpful tips would be greatly appreciated. You know.
Yep.
So if you like it, don't like it, let us know.
Mhm.
You know, anything to make it better.
We got hoodies coming up. We got
Hats.
thongs, banana hammocks.
Well, the thongs are for me. I don't know.
Yeah, the banana hammocks are for me. So yeah, we got
We're,
all that stuff
we're
going
gonna have Dallas Beer Talk speedos.
on. Yep, summer
For
season
Ziggy.
for those summer beers that you guys drink by the pool.
For the floating river.
For those
Time.
our European followers.
Temporary tattoos, keychains.
Everything.
You know, speaking of the temporary tattoo stuff, have y'all seen those ads that pop up on like Facebook or like Instagram? But they have those like semi-permanent tattoos.
Semi-permanent?
Yeah, and so you
What the fuck is
pick-
semi-permanent.
So it lasts for like, you know, like 2 to 4 weeks.
So a temporary tattoo.
Yeah, it is, but it lasts longer than just like a temporary.
Like a
tattoo.
few days, it lasts a few weeks.
Yeah, yeah. So
Because you fucked me up when it said semi-permanent tattoo. It's like, what the fuck is a
they
semi?
hand tattoo it, but it goes away
In a couple of years.
Yeah. No, but it's pretty interesting. Like you pick like a pattern, or I don't know if you can make your own, but they have all these different patterns, and you lay them on, and they last for a good while. So it's a good way to like fuck with somebody. Like
That's interesting.
if I want to give like my mom a heart attack, I just be like, "Yo,
Get a big old face
just
tattoo.
got like a really stupid one right here," you know.
Get a big old neck tattoo. DBT.
Oh, get what is it, Kashi 6'9" or whatever?
Oh my god.
Oh, the 6'9" tattoo right here on the face.
Okay, so before we get into
Nice.
I think I want to talk about. Have you guys been following the Kanye West interviews
Oh,
and
yeah.
things like that?
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you watch his interview? The whole
No, I
2 hours?
didn't watch the whole interview, but I've heard what's been going on.
So before we get into the kind of whole thing, I have my own opinion about it. We got this next beer we're gonna try. I'm gonna crack it open. It is the pecan pie.
Yeah, before I do that, Ziggy, can I get a little shot of me real quick? So, our good friend Daisy went to Liberty.
Went to Liberty.
Went to the home of liberty and freedom of America. She went to
In
New York.
Washington, D.C.
So this is the Statue of Liberty. As you can tell, a very good replica. And she brought me back a bottle opener. So thanks, Daisy. We're going to keep this on the show in honor of Victor's heritage, his peoples.
My great
So we're going
people.
to use this.
Now,
to open up
I've
this
seen-
wax cap
I've
bottle we got
seen
going on.
Ghostbusters 2, and I don't think that the real Statue of Liberty has a bottle opener under her.
She does.
She does.
It's buried. You have to have like the I think was it like top security clearance to get down to it.
Yeah, it's underwater.
But that's actually where the presidents all go and they crack open their beers. So
That's where the P tape's at.
and that's where the P tape's at. So, ooh. So this is a wee heavy, and this bad boy definitely pours in a like kind of amber, like think of like a red ale kind of color.
It looks like it.
And
I would have assumed it was a porter.
yeah, you just thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it looks real good, real yumster. So we'll get some of this going on. But yeah, I will be the first to admit that I'm not the biggest fan of wee heavies or
What is a wee heavy?
good question.
It's a beer that's named after the main character of the Garth Ennis comic series, The Boys. It's an inside baseball reference, and I think that there's one person that watches that show that's going to laugh at that joke.
So what are you saying? Saturdays are for the boys?
It is for the boys.
Yeah,
It's 9% beer though. 9.3.
yeah. They had so I'm not the biggest fan of.
It's from Houston.
I like wee heavies more than I like ESBs, which are like I think it's English style bitter, and I'm not a big fan of those too much. But yeah, so what do we got going on here, Ziggy?
This is their brewery page. It is this pecan and cinnamon laced fan favorite earned its stripes in our R&D lab. Because you guys made so much noise for it, we've decided to bring it back in bombers this time so you can drink your fill. It's stickier than a normal Scotch ale. Roasted pecans and crystal malt are finely balanced between the savory maltiness and brown sugar sweetness of this brew. Rolled oats add a thickness to the mouthfeel reminiscent of a southerner's favorite holiday dessert, minus the toothache.
Ooh, very tasty sounding description.
It smells great.
It smells great. Can I have I have a gripe to pick with them. Are they a Houston-based company, a brewery?
It's a good question. Let me see. See this bottle real quick.
It says Houston right here.
Houston, Texas.
It says Houston's most creative brewery.
Oh,
They are located at 5301 Nolda Street in Houston, Texas.
So I don't know them, but I would love to ask them. Maybe call them one day, or they call in. We could talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Why Buffalo? Fuck you picking Buffalo as your name?
Because it's not Buffalo, it's Buffalo Bayou.
ooh.
Houston is a very swampy area. And
But there are buffaloes. Were there buffaloes historically in Houston?
In Texas, there are.
Yeah.
I don't know about Houston, but in Texas, there are. Yeah. So there's a spot in Texas that I went camping. Actually, it's up in the Panhandle, but it's called Caprock Canyons, and they have like their own like wild herd of buffalo that go through the national park right there where you can camp. So I mean, they are native to Texas in some aspects. So. But I don't know about Houston specifically because that's way far down south. That's from the north going all the way down to the south.
I thought it was up north and like here in this area, but and then you got Buffalo, New York. Like I don't know. I got a question about their name.
Oh, you're beefing because that New York in you. Like
I thought it was.
You ain't from around here, boy.
I heard Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh, that's why we went Pegasus first because local.
This is more local.
And it's like, okay, we need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Houston, I will call you soon.
Mm-hmm. You gonna call the city of Houston?
I'm gonna call the mayor. I'm like, yo, get in contact with that Buffalo people.
I'm gonna call Bun B and say like, yo, Bun B, what's up? What's up with your peoples, Bun B?
Little flip. Get me in contact with your peoples out there.
You guys wanna come on the show? We'll sip some lean.
No. I don't need little flip right now. I need to know why Buffalo got their name in Houston. Buffalo Bayou.
what?
God damn it, he got me.
Mike Jones.
Let's try this beer.
All right. So I'm getting like a real caramelly, malty nose action. I don't smell pecans. You guys smell pecans?
I tasted a little bit sweet. Maybe because it's sweet, I'm thinking pecans.
How do I break this down?
Where's Jennifer the Bearded Lady?
I know. This got like it's kind of sour overall. There's a little sourness to it. Kind of. So this is kind of like from wee heavies that I've had in the past, and I don't know like the actual what the style is supposed to impart as far as like flavors and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I know I've had wee heavies before, and it kind of reminds me similar to this one. So, but I don't know.
It's complicated, man.
You get pecans though?
I don't get pecans. I get sweet. That's what I'm saying. Is it because I'm thinking pecans because it says pecans? It has a nice note of sweetness to it.
Did you do the drive-by?
Oh, you know what? You're right. Did I do the drive-by? I did not.
Hit those vapors.
No, I still don't get no fucking pecans. But doesn't mean maybe that's where you get the sweetness from. I don't know. It's
interesting. It's not bad.
It's interesting beer. No, it's not bad whatsoever. It does not. It doesn't taste bad either. It does not taste bad. It just, to be honest, it does not taste bad. I like the sweet notes to it. I just don't like the way it finishes. I do like the little.
It's kind of sour and bitter at the end.
It has a little front bitterness to it, but is it barrel aged? I was trying to figure out if it's barrel aged.
No, I don't think it is. No.
Because it has like a lot of bitterness to it that I'm associating with it. But I like to say I don't know. But I don't know. I don't like the way it starts. I like the middle. I don't like the way it finishes. But it tastes great. It doesn't taste bad. But it doesn't make me want to drink more. It does not make me want to drink more of it.
It's interesting. I mean, it says pecans. It says cinnamon. But I don't get...
Definitely don't get no cinnamon.
I definitely don't get any cinnamon, but I could see some of the pecans sort of, but it's kind of lost a little bit in like the malty caramel notes that I'm getting. But,
maybe that's why we're getting caramel notes because of the pecans. I don't know.
Right? I just...
I get the sweet, and you get the sweet in the middle, and that's what I'm saying. Like maybe that's why we're the sweetness is coming from the pecans. I definitely don't get no cinnamon from it. Unfortunately, I like cinnamon a lot.
Oh yeah. Big fan of cinnamon.
But it's not. It doesn't make me want to put it down. But it also doesn't invite me to drink more. I'm in a weird space where I'm like,
And this is supposed to be a pecan pie. So, we've had beers on the show where they say this sort of it's gonna taste like this, and this, right?
The Lady Luck from Three Nations,
Horchata, which I picked up a 4-pack today at Whole Foods for my wifey.
It's out.
It's been out. I should have brought you some. I know you really like that a lot.
They're
on McKinney.
That might be the favorite one we've had on the show. For me.
Wait until you try the other one, that stout they had. The Banana Fosters.
Man.
Oh my God, that was good. Anyway, back to this beer. So when we tried Lady Luck and we had the horchata beer, it tastes like an horchata. You already got the name and the description of it and go associated with the beer. This does not taste like a pecan pie to me. I get it's also difficult to make things taste the way you expect them to be. So, like, if you're gonna do anything, at least make it taste a little more pecan. Maybe if you're gonna say cinnamon, a little more cinnamon to it. But I don't know. It's not bad. It's not a bad beer. But for me, I feel like, and I'm gonna jump the rating real early because we're not done. We're still discovering more about the beer. But as I sit right now about it, is if it's on the house, I'll drink it. I will not want to buy this beer. But if it's on the house or learning about it like we are right now, I'm interested.
Yeah. So like I said before, I've had wee heavies before, and I'm not the biggest fan. I thought this would be a really good time for us to try some new styles on the show because we kind of generally stick to like what we enjoy, and that could be at a fault to us. So it's good to try new stuff, and this would probably be on the better side of the wee heavies that I've tried. But again, I'm gonna go with you in the same way for the rating. Then I would say this is probably gonna be on the house if somebody bought it for me, or somebody, hey, try this.
That's
so.
What it.
What you, Ziggy?
See, I don't know. I gotta say, I enjoy it, and I think that it's got two things against it right now, and I think those things are the name. I don't know if I would have named it pecan pie because while it has hints of that, it's not a 1-to-1.
Yeah,
like the horchata beer or the Bananas Foster beer, which
like
I have yet to try.
Yeah,
and so I think that because it's not a 1-to-1, I sort of pull back from it a little bit. But I also think that we might be trying this beer at the wrong time of year because I feel like this, like October through December, maybe into February, like when it's colder, I think this might be a really good cold weather beer because it's a little heavier. It kind of sits with you. It fills you up a little more, and it's not overly sweet.
Yeah,
it's less sweet than the first one that we had today, the triple.
Yeah,
but it has a little bit of sweetness to it. It's got a little bit of the hint of nuts, and so I think that works well for it. And so I think that if we revisited this beer like later on in the year, we might like it more.
That's actually interesting. We might have to revisit it in winter.
Never took that into account, but that's very true. So this one says it's a pecan pie, and I have a question for this big debate that Victor and I have had for a long time. So Victor is a big fan of pies.
Yeah, I love pie.
Pies in general, right? What's your favorite pie? What would you say?
Peach pie is probably my favorite.
Peach pie,
followed by pumpkin pie.
All right, yeah.
Now, including cobblers in the pie.
Cobbler's not a pie.
So here we go. This is Ziggy's jumping right into it. So, what's your favorite cobbler?
There is no. I mean, what pie I like to throw on the floor and then pick it up and eat it. Any of them.
Oh, you are
wrong, sir.
Wrong, sir.
Thank you. So we've had.
What is a cobbler, sir?
Cobbler is a
crushed up pie.
It's a pie with 2 great flaky layers.
No, it's not.
A cobbler is Dutch oven goodness. That's what a cobbler is.
Do you hate
That's how
Dutch
you
people?
if you don't have a cobbler that was cooked in like a Dutch oven, then you haven't had real cobbler.
What I could do is I have a lot of coworkers now that bake really good pies. What I could do is when they bake me a pie, I find a clean floor, throw it on the floor, scoop it back up, and put it in little cups and call it a cobbler.
I am madder now than when we were talking about Batman earlier.
Yeah, we're just trying to get on your nerves. So we had this big discussion that like he doesn't think that cobblers are good just because they're not. I don't know what is it that you dislike about cobblers so much.
I like pies.
Who hurt you? Who hurt you with cobbler? Who did this to you?
No one hurt me with cobbler. I've never had cobbler in my life until I moved down south. But I had pies before. So when I had a cobbler for the first time, I was like, oh, it's just a beat up pie. Basically what it is.
Why did you think that? Just
because you got the pie crust. I like so how I like pies. I like the pie top with the crust on top.
So because you're OCD,
that's true. It's a little OCD,
you
right?
don't like cobbler.
So again, as I was explaining about my pie ratio, so like peach pies usually have a little bit crust on top, or a little layer on top. So like Walmart makes peach pies, or Tom Thumb, just like you buy it. You have a little bit of frostings on top. Those pies are okay. I like it with another layer of crust on top, a light layer of crust on top.
So you want to go heavy on the crust.
When you cut a slice, you got a little layer of dough on top, and then the heavier crust on the bottom, and then a little bit in the middle, right? So what a cobbler is, you take that bottom crust off the pie, you just have that top layer that I like, and then you mash it in your hands and put it in a cup.
That sounds so good.
That's what I thought about it.
That sounds so good.
I thought about it. I was like, no, I don't want that. I'd rather have a good pie. This is not a good pie. I'd rather have a good sliced pie with ice cream on the side.
See, that's weird because you just described the appropriate way to eat cobbler, which is out of a styrofoam cup with a spoon.
Thank you. And also, we are forgetting to mention you need to have a nice, good temperature of a good big old scoop of some vanilla ice cream on there.
On the side, yeah.
On top. No, on top. Right on top. It's gotta be on top.
But that's what
that way that it runs down
that's
into
what
the
cobbler.
cobbler.
Pies, or you have associated with pies. I have my slice of pie and my ice cream on the side of it.
On the side? What is this? What are you compartmentalizing everything, bro? You know,
it's not compartmentalizing anything.
Life's not black and white like that, all right?
I just don't like cobblers.
Sometimes there are shades of gray.
They are. People
50
do.
to be
People
exact.
do like cobblers, and that's fine. And I don't like 50 shades. There's only. I was gonna say there's only 2 shades, but it makes no sense. But
There's 48 and not a shade more.
Slightly gray and more gray.
But here's the thing. I just cobblers fuck me up when I look at it, and I just look at it and it's like, if I wanted my pie destroyed, why don't you just give me the slice and let me squeeze it myself?
I think what you're thinking is, and I get where you're coming from, because you hadn't tried it until like since you said like you moved down here. So to you, it's like more like they screwed up a pie and just kind of like stirred it all up and it's all fucked up.
That's how a lot of dishes are invented.
So I think maybe you're thinking, okay, it's a screwed up version because it's all like mashed together and
that's what it is, though.
Yeah, but I don't know if you get if you can get like a crisp cut of some cobbler where you still get like the whole little top layer intact, maybe you would appreciate it more.
No, I just want a slice of pie. So
no,
so a lot of food is made by lack of resources, and they let's do this together and let's present it, right? So I would like to know the history of how a cobbler first came around, who started this tradition. Was it the South or another? I don't know.
The Dutch
oven cobblers. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But for me, it's just like they had a lack of resources. They just we have a bunch of cups. We don't have enough crust to make a pie. Let's have the insides of the pie, and then we're gonna mix it together and put them in cups and present it and call it cobbler. And I'm like, fuck you.
So I'm PC about everything, I guess, but I like pies and I love me some cobblers. I think if I had to pick more, love cobblers. But I do see where you're coming from, and I think I got a little more insight into that, and I appreciate that. So.
And we thank you.
We thank you.
So top of the hour went by super fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave a poll for the first time on Facebook.
A poll?
Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't get a lot of interaction. Follow us on fucking YouTube. DallasBeerTalk.com. Hit that subscribe button. That's like. Right. Bitches.
Love it.
So on Facebook, we're gonna leave a poll on there. I would love to hear you guys' input on it. Would you rather have a pie or cobbler, whatever style pie cobbler you want, but which would you prefer? Either or, or maybe both. Doesn't know. Let's see what you guys think out there. Of course, follow us all the way on social media, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Go definitely, if you're, go support anybody who comes supports us. MVP, Cool, Petty Colas, love you guys.
Manhattan Project.
Oak Highland.
Manhattan Project, Oak Highland. Love you guys. Support them too. And also support Ziggy in the Dallas area. The Backdoor Comedy Club. You catch him every Thursday, every weekend, hosting or closing the late night. He's one of the funniest comedians out there.
Oh, yeah. I hosted both shows this past Saturday. So.
Oh, that's rough.
Nice.
But yeah, he catch him out there. He's great. A lot of comedians up there are great.
Ziggy, anything you got to say before you go? Any...
not off the top of my head. It's been a long, stressful week, and so I'm glad that I get to cap it off with you guys.
And some Far Cry.
And some Far Cry.
And some Far Cry 5. I guess my plug this week is Far Cry 5, and also there's this band out of New York that is a punk / honky tonk country band called the Cowmen. I've been listening to them quite a bit lately. They have this song that is just called Drinkin' Song. And so if you want to kind of get your honky tonk on a little bit this weekend, grab yourself a beer, maybe a glass of bourbon, listen to that, and just scream along with it and get drunk.
Hell yeah, Ziggy! Don't forget next week we got to plug in your friend and give you that song that you want us to listen to next week.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate y'all stopping by and drinking some beer with us, and we'll see you guys next week. We'd love you guys. Be safe. Hashtag talking under the influence. Peace.